The multimedia tool that I'll be demonstrating in this video is called Powtoon. I know that if you're a teacher, you get tired of the same old PowerPoint or Prezi presentation. Powtoon is a very easy to use animation presentation software. It can be used by teachers to present an engaging lesson, and it can be used by students to make an impressive animated video. I use Powtoon for a few of my assignments, and the students always really enjoy working with it. The first thing that I'm going to do is show you just a piece of one that I've been working on myself for the first day of school. This will just give you an idea of what Powtoon is all about, and you'll see that it's way more exciting than a PowerPoint or Prezi. Okay, so you've seen that Powtoon is very exciting. It's not your regular slide-by-slide presentation, and you can animate it, and it makes it more exciting for the students. If you're going to create your own Powtoon, you would just simply go to powtoon.com and click the Start Now button. When you start, it's going to ask you to sign up with your Google account, which is what I did, and when you sign in, you'll come to this page right here. I've already got an account, so I didn't have to go ahead and do all of the Google sign-in things. But here on the first page, there's a lot of information. This is where you're going to create your Powtoon, and this is where your old Powtoons, the one that you've already created, are stored. So, but first, I'm going to show you a couple of things up here on the toolbar. So the first one I'm going to show you is the Explore button, and this has a gallery with a lot of examples in it. And if you're teaching students about Powtoon, this would be a great place for them to start. Just look and see what Powtoon's all about. If you're a person with a business, Powtoon is a great way for advertising. Pricing, of course, as with every software product out there, it is free, but you can upgrade and have the premium pricing. Support. Now this is my favorite one because on this one we've got some tutorials, and I'm going to show you a few of the tutorials. I'm not going to watch the whole thing, but this is what I make my students do first. I make them watch these tutorials so that they can get an idea of how to start making a Powtoon. This video shows them not to just start putting stuff down on the slides, to make sure they plan before they get started. This one shows how to use the Help Center, storyboards, scenes and layouts, templates, which the one that I just showed you that I'm working on is part template, part me. Finding objects, and then this one is in the workings, I guess you would say, starting a Powtoon from scratch. So these are videos that I would show my students before they even get started. So I'm going to go back to my Create page, and just for an example, just to show you a little bit about how easy it is to create a Powtoon, I'm going to create one from scratch. And while this is loading, I will tell you that this one will start off with some blank slides, or one blank slide, and over here on the right hand side of the screen you're going to see the tools. And when you start with your tools, you'll see that you've got background, text, characters, objects, specials, graphs, and sounds. And it gives you some little tips on each one of the pages so that you can see how to get started. Because if I was to look at this blank page with nothing on there, I would not have any idea how to get started. So first thing it wants you to do is to choose a layout. You don't have to have a layout for your background, but you can. There's a lot to choose from. I'm going to choose one just so I can show you a little bit about the timeline. And I'm going to choose this one. And as you'll see in this scene, we've got a clock that's moving, we've got a man that's doing his angry face, we've got papers that are piling up, and down here below the frame, you'll see all of the pictures that are in the scene. And all of these are separate little clip arts, and you'll find those over in objects. And you can just arrange them on your page any way you want to. This one's a ready-made one, so it gives you an idea of what can be done. So this is the timeline. This helps you to put your timings in there. So let me show you. So you see the man comes in, he's typing, the papers pile up, and then he stands up and he's doing his angry face. So you see that on the timeline that at each interval certain things are happening. So in this first one, when you first come onto the screen, you see that these things are already there. And then the man comes on and he's typing, and the papers start piling up at little intervals on there. And then the last one is him standing up with his angry face on. So that would be how you would create one with a ready-made scene. You can add a slide, and when the slide comes on, it's going to come up with that same background, but you can add your special touches to it. So if you wanted to stay in that background, you could. If not, you can change the background. And this is where you would add your objects, your people. These are all the free things. If you put things on there that are not free, you get this ugly symbol on top of it. So, we can put objects in there, our chair, anything you want to put in there. That's a box where you put his papers in. So, and then you just change it to wherever you want to put it and let it come in and out the way you want it to go. Once you've completed your Powtoon, you can view it. You can do a preview of the whole thing. So if I wanted to look at this one, I could just preview it. It's not much on the second slide, but you can preview it and export it. You save it, and you of course give it a name. So that's just looking at Powtoon. You'll see that it's a very easy way for a student to do like a engaging animated presentation. You can add music, background, animated characters, clip art, slide transitions, and in my class I use them for reports, an alternative to PowerPoints or Prezis, and I've also had my students create an advertisement for a new product when we were studying about the design process, where they had to describe their product and encourage other students to buy it. I got some really great presentations when we did that. Personally, from creating this video, I gained some experience in working with Powtoon myself. When students work with it, I'm usually troubleshooting and never really get to sit down and create something from beginning to end. The possible educational value of using this tool would be to help students put together thoughts and information and present them in an organized manner. The ISTE standard would most relate to this type of assignment would be number 1, to facilitate and inspire student learning and creativity. So I think Powtoon is a great way for students to learn and a great way to change things up a little bit in the classroom.